Yes. We'll get to week 4 in the NFL just a second. First, Riders and Owls. First quarter, Trey Mason takes a handoff from Zach Collaros. Collaros threw for almost 400 yards in this game. Best game as a Rider. Trey Mason, first TD as a Rider, and a great second and third effort. The Saskatchewan leads Montreal 13-7 after one. Johnny Manziel, second quarterback in Alouettes history with no TDs through their first 3 games. Second quarter, Hugh Rod Black.
Well, they got a little reverse here. And some razzle-dazzle. Manziel throwing. This is going to work out. It's a touchdown. And what a way to record your first CFL touchdown pass, Johnny Manziel.
He does the money sign. Of course he does. The Owls change their uniform every week.
I like them.
These ones do look great. Ball changed hands 3 times. Manziel finds Darius Bowman for his first touchdown in the CFL. 1,015 days since his last TD pass with the Browns in 2015.
We had been trying to call it since the first play of the game and couldn't get it on the right hash or the right situation. And as the play was developing, I was just trying to get BJ to give me the ball as quick as possible because I could see what was going on down the field. But, you know, it worked. AB ran a good route, and we got 7 out of it.
It took a hard hit, too. All right, Saskatchewan up 31-23, 10 to play. Manziel fakes the throw and eventually runs 25 yards all the way to the Riders' 21. Next play.
Run in the Canadian Football League, a 25-yarder. Uh-oh, look out. Now Manziel chucks it, and it's a touchdown!
Alouettes pull within 2. And, of course, they're going to go for the 2-point convert. 2 TD passes on the day for Johnny Football.
This may be your passes. Looking for a 2-point convert.
In a little trouble here. He's going to try to run it in to tie it. And it looks like he's got it. Now, initially, they ruled it a score, but after the review, the call was overturned down before the goal line. Riders hold on. They improved to 9-5. They are 2 back of Calgary for first in the West. Back to Manziel now, putting everything in perspective.
If we would have come out here and got a win and there's 0 touchdown passes on the board, and I would be sitting here happier than I am right now. But I got the monkey off my back. We'll just keep moving forward, and hopefully, you know, I'm going to play with pride the rest of the way throughout the season. You know, I enjoy being here. I enjoy being with the guys that are on this team. You know, I'm going to look up in 4 weeks after the season is over and miss being here every day and miss coming in the building. So, you know, I have nothing but high hopes for these last 4 games of the season, regardless of who we play or what it is. You know, I'm having fun doing this again, and I didn't know if I'd ever get back to this point. And you know, I got a smile on my face through a win, through a loss, whatever. You know, we'll come back and keep working through it and get better, and you know, that's what it is.
That's nice and positive story. Good for Johnny Football, but the Saskatchewan Roughriders, the real story here, strengthening their hold on second place in the West. It's hard to say strengthening. The Bombers and Eskimos remain tied for third in the West, and the Stampede is the only team to have already clinched a playoff spot in the Canadian Football League. As we welcome you to SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, kicking off another week here on Season 2 of our show. We're thrilled that you joined us. Week 4 in the NFL, Dan. A lot of exciting finishes and an intriguing matchup between Cleveland and the winless Raiders.
3 overtime games.
3 overtime games.
Guess what this one was?
What's that, Dan?
An overtime game.
Let's watch.
I'm not giving it away because you got to see this. Browns and Raiders. Baker Mayfield making his first career start. Coming off the bench last week. Led the Browns to their first win since 2016. Opened those beer fridges. Second quarter, Mayfield without a touchdown pass in his young career. Drops back. Finds Darren Fells. And he finds end zone. Mayfield's first career touchdown. Browns up 17-14 at the half. Third quarter. Browns second and goal. Mayfield, perfect throw to Jarvis Landry, corner of the end zone. Landry gets both feet inbounds in the dirt. Mayfield's second touchdown of the game. Fourth quarter, it was bonkers. Drew Mayfield's second fumble of the game. Raiders great field position. Derek Carr finds Jordy Nelson. Raiders score 17 unanswered, and they take the lead. Mayfield and the Browns, to regaining the lead, hands it off to Nick Chubb. All the way for his second touchdown of the game. The Browns are up 8. Carr and the Raiders got the ball back with a minute to play and 0 timeouts. Carr from midfield finds Jared Cook. 19-yard gain. A few plays later, Carr to Cook again. End zone, touchdown Raiders. They need the 2-point conversion to tie it. And Carr finds Nelson on the fade. That'll work. Game tied at 42. We are headed to overtime. Late in extra frame, beast mode powers through the Browns defense, muscles his way to a massive first down for Oakland. Setting the stage for Matt McCrane in his NFL debut. 29-yarder for the win. Yes, God, used with permission. Oakland wins a thriller. And yes, John Gruden gets his first win since 2008. Eagles and Titans. Titans trailed by as much as 13 in the second half. Fourth quarter within 4. Marcus Mariota finds Tajay Sharp. Touchdown. Titans get their first lead of the game. The Eagles got a field goal before the end of regulation. Overtime required in this one. In OT. Titans try their luck on 4th down. As I said, they tried their luck on 4th down after the Eagles went up with a field goal on the opening drive in OT. 4th and 15. Mariota finds Taylor down the sideline. Titans stay alive. 4th and 4. Mariota looking for Nick Williams over the middle. And pass is incomplete. So, wait, flags. Flags are everywhere. Sidney Jones called for a defensive pass interference. So the Titans get another first down. Facing 4th and 2, Mariota to Dion Lewis. Lewis spins. He's got a first down. They're in the red zone. This time on 3rd down. Is that Chris Myers on the call?
You got it.
Davis, taken 5th overall by the Titans in the 2017 draft, comes up with his first career touchdown catch. The Titans with 4th down magic, and they win. Sunday was the final day of baseball's regular season, but one huge issue in the National League. Cubs and Brewers into game 162, tied for the Central. Dodgers and Rockies tied for the West, meaning if all 4 teams won their final game, they'd have to play 2 tiebreakers on Monday to determine the division winners. So, let's see what occurred, why don't we? Starting with the Dodgers. LA needs a win and a Rockies loss to win the NL West. Launches. 2-run shot into McCovey's Cove. That's his 34th of the season. Hey, guess who's upset they didn't get the ball? I'll tell you who. Steve.
Oh.
Dodgers win 15-0.
All right, so let's see how the Rockies did. With that Dodger victory, Colorado needed a win to force that National League West tiebreaker on Monday. Charlie Blackmon already a triple. Cranks one to right for a second long ball of this series with the Nationals. Blackmon has completed the difficult half of the cycle, Dan's favorite stat. Rockies up 4-0. Nolan Arenado already 1 home run in this one. This, his second of the game, is his 37th of the year as the Rockies' third baseman takes sole possession of the National League lead. Then, in the 8th, Blackmon, a double shy of the cycle. I like it very much. Blackmon completes the cycle 4th in the majors this season. He is the first player to ever accomplish the feat in game 162. And afterward, he's handing out Rockies gear. So Colorado wins, and they force that tiebreaker in LA on Monday. And this is the pitching showdown. The Rockies will send German Marquez to the mound. The Dodgers will go with Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler. In 3 starts against LA, Marquez 2-0. He has 22 punch-outs over 21 innings.
Okay, so that's the West. Here's the Central. Tigers and Brewers. Milwaukee needs a win and a Cubs loss to clinch the NL Central. Christian Yelich getting a standing ovation in his first plate appearance. Yelich into the game. 2 RBIs back of Javi Baez during the NL Triple Crown. 7th inning, Yelich with 2 on. A home run would give him the lead in both RBI and home runs. Tigers intentionally walk them. That loads the bases for Ryan Braun. That's Gappage. Starts a 6-run inning. And with a 10-run lead in the 8th, Brewers pull Yelich out of the game. Yelich finished 0 for 2, scoring 2 runs. He still has a chance to earn the Triple Crown if they need to play the tiebreaker on Monday, but that all depended on what the Cubs did.
So they will host Milwaukee in a showdown for the National League Central title. Also on Monday, it is the first time in MLB history that there will be 2 one-game tiebreakers in the same season. It'll be Jose Quintana taking on Ulysse Chassin. No NHL contract was the subject of more debate this offseason than the one Washington gave Tom Wilson. Coming off a terrific playoff performance en route to the Stanley Cup, the Caps rewarded the 24-year-old power forward with a 6-year, $31 million deal. But would big money make the bad penalties go away? Answer appears to be no, as we found out on Sunday in a preseason game against the Blues. Remember, back on Tuesday, Blues defenseman Robert Bortuzzo delivered an elbow to the head of the Caps' Michael Kempny. Bortuzzo suspended the final 2 preseason games. Kempny had a concussion. You knew that the Caps might be looking for revenge. And Wilson with a vicious hit on Oscar Sundqvist. It's been a match penalty for intent to injure. He'll have a hearing in person. We're just getting started on this. A pretty great television program still to come. Forget Fitzmagic. It was all Mitch Magic Sunday. The sophomore stars against the Bucks. The highlights coming up on Jay and Dan. It's a TV show.
Mitchell Trubisky. Say that name to a Bears fan and you're bound to get a different reaction from each and every one. Trubisky, a second-year QB. He's the future of the Bears, but through the first 3 games of the season, Mitch had all of 2 touchdowns to show for his efforts. Well, that all changed on Sunday, big time. Bucks and Bears. Trubisky with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions this season. Opening drive, Trubisky drops back, hurls deep. Trey Burton is tight end. Got him, 39-yard touchdown. Trubisky's longest touchdown pass of his career. Chicago in the red zone. Late first quarter, Trubisky hooks up with Allen Robinson. Trubisky doubling his touchdown season total in the first quarter. Khalil Mack, menace on defense for Chicago. 3 straight games with a sack and a forced fumble. Well, you can make it 4, tying the NFL record. The Bucks held to just 145 total yards in the first half. Trubisky now with 3 touchdowns. Josh Bellamy in the end zone. His 4th touchdown of the game, tying his career high. Bears up 28-3. Trubisky, quick pitch to Taylor Gabriel. His 5th passing touchdown of the game. Trubisky not only setting the Bears record for most touchdowns in the first half, also ties the league record with Aaron Rodgers, which was set back in 2014. After throwing for 400 yards or more in his first 3 games, Ryan Fitzpatrick struggling. Fitzmagic picked off late in the second. No touchdowns for him in the first half. Jameis Winston looking for his first appearance after serving a 3-game suspension to start the year in the second half. Winston out there. In his first series, Winston's pass, tipped by Mack, and the Bears get it. INT stifling the Bucks offense. Ensuing possession. Trubisky looking for touchdown number 6. Got it! Finds Gabriel in the end zone for his second score. Trubisky just 1 touchdown short of tying the NFL record for most in a game as the Bears win big.
Ravens and Steelers, it's an AFC North rivalry. Sunday Night Football on TSN. Pittsburgh's D ranked in the bottom 5 in yards allowed. Opening drive, Joe Flacco to John Brown. 33 yards. Steelers linebacker coach Joey Porter having a hard time watching. Second quarter, Ben Roethlisberger, the back shoulder throw. And his favorite target, Antonio Brown. Beautiful catch. 26-yard score. Game was tied at 14. at the break. We're jumping all the way to the fourth. Ravens up by 6. Tight end Max Williams. He spells his name with 2 X's. Who is he, Vin Diesel? Lined up at left guard, catches the Steelers by surprise, makes the grab. Part of a 14-yard drive led to a field goal. Ravens up by 9. Steelers need 2 scores. Roethlisberger picked off by Anthony Levine. The Ravens shut out the Steelers in the second half. Steelers just cannot score in the second half. How will Dan handle his final day here at TSN? Isn't it obvious? He'll call out all the people that wronged him in a scorched earth tirade that'll make Brett Kavanaugh's testimony look like a Whisper 2000 infomercial.
I can't wait.
Turns out John Gibbons took a different approach in his final game as Blue Jays manager on Sunday. He just decided not to manage. Instead, he let Russell Martin do the managing. Out to present the lineup card prior to the game, doing his best Gibby impression in the manager's office. That's classic Gibby right there. As the Jays were facing the Rays. Top 5, Jays down 2-1. Kevin Pillar hitting leadoff. Opposite field, Powie. Off the wall, brings in a run. Pillar goes 3 for 3 before coming out of the game. Bottom 6, Martin, here he goes. Managerial skills, takes out Sam Gaviglio after 5 2/3. Gaviglio just can't help but crack a smile. And then in the 7th, Rays reliever Sergio Romo playing the role of that boy. Grabs C.J. Cron's batting gloves. Wears the full cage. Jays fall 9-4. They finish the year with a 73-89 record. There you go. That's kind of cool that he let him manage. Russell Martin's played like every position, I think, this year.
Clock sponsored by Auto Draft. If you need help picking your fantasy lineup, get Joel Otto to do it for you.
My wire's dragging.
Oh, I need a hip replacement.
Okay.
As we showed you earlier, Tom Wilson ejected Sunday for a brutal hit on the Blues' Oscar Sundqvist. Wilson was handed a match penalty for intent to injure. Wilson, he knows the player safety department because he's going to have an in-person hearing. He was suspended 3 times last season, missing 9 games total. Wilson was actually suspended twice last preseason for 2 different hits in games against the Blues.
And because it's an in-person hearing, that means he could be suspended 6 games or more, and is obviously a repeat offender. So he was slated to start the season on, I think I've mixed up my cards. Oh, yeah, with Kuznetsov and Ovechkin. That's a missed opportunity. You might remember this commercial from Phil Mickelson promoting his clothing line. Lefty. All kinds of dance moves, but what everyone really was wild about was this high kick. Well, guess what? At the Ryder Cup, he pulled it off again, kicking that water bottle off that kid's head.
Phil, 22 losses, now the all-time leader in Ryder Cup matches lost.
Yeah, but the kick?
Yeah, his kick's pretty good. Now for the rest of the stories you need to know, it's time for the Jay and Dan newsreel. Kings forward Dustin Brown out indefinitely. Why? Broken finger. 33-year-old suffered the injury in the second period of LA's final preseason game against the Ducks on Saturday. Brown left the game after taking a puck to the hand off Anze Kopitar's shot. The forwards, this is amazing. He's only missed a total of 18 games since cracking the Kings lineup for good in 2005.
Yeah, 5. Never missed more than 4 games in any season. You mentioned, Dan. He's played in all 82 games 5 times. Resilient. Had a good year last year. Mike Scioscia, Angels manager. He will not be returning as Angels manager next season. 59 years old. Been with the club for 19 seasons. The longest tenured manager in the majors. He's a 2-time AL Manager of the Year, leaving with a .536 win percentage. He helped the Angels capture the franchise's only World Series back in 2002, but they have missed the postseason since 2014. Everybody talking about how they're wasting the great years of Mike Trout. Yeah. Maybe it's time for a change.
So he's going to have a lot of free time. So he needs a hobby. What would your hobby be if you retired right now?
If you're Mike Scioscia?
Oh, no, you.
Oh, me? Oh, listening to records. It's all I do now.
Okay.
So I've got my hobby, so should I just retire?
But you need to take up, like, model building or something.
Yeah, I'll open a record store.
Okay, there you go.
What about you? What would you do if you retired?
You don't want to know.
No, I don't.
This has been the Jay and Dan newsreel.
Oh, here we go. Tim Hortons NHL trading cards are back. They're available at Tim Hortons with a $1. You buy them for $1 in tax. You have to have a qualifying drink purchase too. Here we go.
Multiple limited edition autographs cards available with each pack. You also include a pin code that allows you to collect online. Oh, PK Subban, our good buddy.
Good guy.
What else we got? The bread man.
Redmond.
And, Alex Ovechkin. See, they're tough to read when I'm reading off the...
How about this one? The star of Tim Hortons trading card commercials, Nathan McKinnon himself, riding on that Zamboni. And then I have Taylor Hall, your Hart Trophy winner. That's a good one. And William Karlsson, who just missed TSN's top 50 players. So sorry, William, but they made a trading card for you.
Yeah.
So grab them. They're cool.
Love them. And, my daughter's logged in. They're doing the thing online now. They love it.
And your Sydney got a Ruby got
no, Sydney got that.
Sydney got the Sidney Crosby gold one that I traded you.
Yeah.
But now you have to give the one I traded you to your other daughter.
That's right.
So I got the Connor McDavid card for nothing.
That's right.
You ended up empty-handed.
Yeah. Usually how it goes.
But here's the good news, Dan.
What?
LeBron made his Laker debut. We're going to show you the highlights right after this. LeBron James making his Lakers preseason debut in Denver. Signed that 4-year, $154 million deal with LA. What did I say? It looks good in Laker colors. Brandon Ingram, the recipient of that dish. And I'm sure many more as the season progresses. Then LeBron, the deep three, 4 points in the first quarter. LeBron, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 minutes. Again, he looks happy. He did this for him. I know what you're thinking. We're just getting to the Patriots? How did they fall this far so fast? Age? Arrogance? The Gronk party bus? Sunday, they had to face undefeated division rival Miami. Could the season be over for the Pats? No, come on. Guys, come on. So New England has lost 2 straight. They haven't lost 3 in a row since 2002, the year Dan and I first started working together, beginning a fruitful work and life relationship that continues to this day. Tom Brady to Josh Gordon, his first since signing with the Pats. He had 2 catches for 32 yards. And Brady to Cordero Patterson, 55 yards. Look at this move here. Oh, boy. It's his 4th most all-time. I'm going to say it right here definitively. Tom Brady will be a Hall of Famer someday. After forcing a punt, Miami. First play of the drive, bad snap, and New England's got it with pretty nice field position. Next play, James White. Oh, that's nice. Watch Robert Quinn's ankles here.
Broken.
They are broken. That's right. Kevin Harlan. White had 112 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. Brady to Philip Dorsett. And look at this. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Brady 23 of 35 for 274. Third quarter, Brady takes a hit to make a play. White's got it. Only bad news for the Pats. Gronk left the game with an ankle injury and did not return. This Janney segment here on Jay and Dan is our favorite and least favorite plays of the day. Joe Mauer came out to catch for the Twins. The first time since 2013 he has caught behind the plate. Used to be a catcher. Spent his entire 15-year career with the Twins. 2009 AL MVP. May have played his last game. Remember, he signed that gigantic contract to stay in Minnesota.
And Adrian Beltre, maybe his last game with the Rangers, fields a ground ball. And he waves Ryan Healy. He says, come here so I can tag you. I don't want to go over there.
There you go.
I mean, you just do what Beltre says. That's how baseball works. Erik Karlsson taking the pass from Kevin LeBanc and scoring his first in a Sharks uniform.
Browns lost to Heartbreaker in Oakland on Sunday, but this touchdown catch by Jarvis Landry was nice. Always strange seeing them play on baseball diamonds.
Cards and Cubs, Javi Baez literally standing on first when Jack Flaherty throws over. Just keeping him in check.
Took a while, but Johnny Manziel finally has his first CFL passing touchdown. Came on a very creative trick play, which ended with Manziel throwing to Darius Bowman.
Browns and Raiders again. Carr. Martavis Bryant. Should have been a touchdown. It wasn't.
It's going to be tough playing football on a baseball diamond. It looks slippery.
Yeah, it probably shouldn't happen anymore.
No.
And it won't, because they're moving. It's the worst play of the day. Women's Super League Soccer. Man City facing Birmingham. Abby McManus. Back heel pass to keeper Ellie Roebuck. It bounces off her head. And into the cage. Oh.
Bit of heat on that pass. Highlight of the night, we're going to Montreal. Meows pull off the trickery. Ball changes hand 3 times. Changes hands. Hands with Darius Bowman. Getting it from Johnny Football. He broke out the money symbol sign thing.
Yeah.
Al still lost.
Hey, it's time for the Jane Dan mailbag. Actual letters from actual viewers from across this great country. Canadian Chief wants to know, if you had to live your life as a mascot, which mascot and in which city would it be, Dan?
Come on. It's too easy. It me. Gritty.
It's gritty for you. For me, Dan, I would drop Hunter, the terrifying Oilers mascot, and create a new Oilers mascot, Droppy. What do you think? Yeah? That's much better than that terrifying Lynx or whatever it is. Okay, well, hold on. Let me get rid of this letter. There we go.
Thumpy Loudfoot has an interesting what-if question. If you were stuck lost in the thick wilderness of Northern Ontario, with all of your colleagues at the Jay and Dan Show, who would you eat first?
Well, you should answer this one first. Who would you eat first?
I would eat our stats guy, Hound Dog Harrison, because he'd be the easiest to catch.
For me, it would absolutely be our new intern, Loafy, who's just a loaf of bread with arms and legs. Why would you pick him? He's a delicious loaf of bread.
I don't speak to the interns.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really either. That one's gone. And finally, Mr. D.N. Robertson asks, what is your favorite show tune?
It's from Annie. I forget what song. I thought we were going to have it on a board or something. But any song from Annie.
Sandy?
Sure. Dumb dog, why you following me? Oh, I don't need anything but you. It's a duet, her and Daddy Warbucks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Together at last.
Yeah.
Together forever.
Finney, Albert Finney?
Yep.
Yeah, he was great. For me, it's magical Mr. Mistopheles from the greatest musical of all, Cats.
Friday night!
That's from the Jane Dan mailbag. Those are actual letters from actual viewers, and we certainly appreciate them. Keep sending us those letters on the Twitter machine, at Jane Dan.
First show of the week means there's always going to be mistakes in our You Blew It segment. Jay, you blew it. You had a hard time saying strengthening on the CFL standings board.
It's hard to say strengthening.
And you blew it during the Steelers pack. You said Max Williams spells his name with 2 X's. Who is he, Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel starred in Triple X.
Oh, that's right. That is true. So he could be in Double X.
Does Dak Shepard? He just has 1 X, right?
I think he has 1 X.
Okay.
I never heard of that. 2 X's in Max? That's so badass. Who does that? What parent does that?
That's Gen Xers. Oh, no. Are they? What are they now?
Millennials?
Millennials. I don't know.
We're Gen Xers.
Are we?
I think so. Or something. We're the lost generation.
What a weekend it was.